Hello everybody. Well, today I thought I'd talk to you about 3D shapes and just run through what children need to know right through from year 1 to year 6. 3D shapes is something that is taught, starts to be taught down in reception, and it's probably something that you're not quite familiar with as a parent, as perhaps adding, dividing, taking away, all the operations and the fractions we're using every day, whereas shapes is something that we don't often use. So I just thought I'd run through the names of the shapes and what children need to know. So if we start first of all with what is a 3D shape. So a 3D shape is a shape that you can actually pick up, you can hold it, whereas a 2D shape is just drawn on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard. 3D shapes you can actually hold. And the main shapes that we need to know, I'm just run through the names for you now. So this one, which is a classic ball, this is called a sphere. So this is a sphere. So my daughter used to call it a Sophia, but it's actually a sphere. Second shape is this one, which is the cone. This is quite easy to remember because it's like an ice cream cone. You can imagine it with a pile of ice cream in it. So this is a cone. This is a cylinder. So this is a classic cylinder. And a cube, which is like a dice, where every face is a square. So this is a cube. This is a cuboid. So what I usually say to children is it's like a cube, but it's been stretched. Like the name cuboid, it's been stretched from the cube to the cuboid. And this is also a cuboid. So anything that looks like it's been squashed or stretched, which isn't a cube, which isn't even on every side, every face, is called a cuboid. And then there's two more children need to know. This is a pyramid, a bit like the Egyptian pyramids, and we call it a square-based pyramid because the base is square. So that's a pyramid where all the faces come up to a point. And the final shape we need to know is this one, which is like the classic Toblerone box. It's a triangular prism. So this is the one that children tend to forget. So I always say this is the naughty shape. What happens if you're really naughty? You go to prison. So this is called a prism. Now wherever I slice the prism, it's going to be the same shape, which is why it's called and why it's known as a prism. So there's a different type of prism. So what is good for children to do down in year 1 and year 2 is to start to recognise objects around the house, which are those shapes. So Christmas bauble, it's a sphere. A rubber is a cuboid. A tin is a cylinder. A dice is a cube. A glue stick, another cylinder. Even a book is a cuboid. So obviously if you've got Toblerone box, brilliant, that's a prism, a triangular prism with a triangle on the end. And if you've got, I haven't got a cone to show you, but you could find a cone or maybe have a go at making a cone with your child, and a pyramid. So they are the shape names. Now there are 3 words that children need to learn from year 1 up to year 6, and these are the words that we say are the properties of those 3D shapes. Vertices, edges, faces. They are the 3 words that children need to associate and learn about 3D shapes. So what are they? Well, the faces are these parts of the shape. The faces. You can have a flat face as a cube, or you can have a curved face as a cylinder. So the cube has got 6 faces. I always say to the children, if you rest it on your hand, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget the bottom. Cylinder, 1, 2, 3. So this is the word we use for those curved or the flat faces. The other word is the edge. Now, just like the edge of a table, the edges are where the faces meet. So these are the edges of the shape. Even on a cylinder, the edges are round here where the faces meet. And the vertices are like the corners, really, the corners of the shape. And that's where the edges meet. So again, count them on your hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. turn it over 5, 6, 7, 8 to count the edges. So they are the words children need to know. Then as you get towards year 6, you have to start comparing shapes and sorting shapes and doing more work with the shapes. But I would say at the moment, if you can just remember the names, those 3 words, vertices, edges and faces, and be able to find shapes around your house and name what they are, you will be doing really well, and you will be getting that good grounding of 3D shapes. Just one more final thing. On the sphere has one face, one curved face. If you can start to describe the faces as curved or flat, even better. But the sphere has one curved face, but no edges, no vertices. Sometimes children say that's got no faces, and I say, well, if it had no faces, we wouldn't even see a shape. So that has one face. So I hope that helps. It's a bit of a brief run through on 3D shapes. But if you did want more information on 3D shapes, or there's anything else you'd like me to run through on a video, please just message me on Instagram and I'll do my best to put videos up to match what would be helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.